juncture, I would like to express my views over three of the topics. And let me familiarize you with those three of the topics. The very first topic that is about the spelling mistakes, the spelling errors, and even my very second topic that is about the World Water Day, and even my very third topic that is about the plastics, and even my very third topic that is about the agarbatti as well. Okay, so without running and ravaging and devastating any moment of time, let's get straight into the topics firstly. Okay, but before I begin with any sort of topic, let me familiarize you with something else, which is that today, you know what, I caught in a trouble for exploring a perfect and efficient and an effective place for speaking English, especially for doing the live streaming. In addition to today, my younger sister, she's in the upstairs room, and so she is just catching up on academics over there for fetching good marks in the competitive examination. On the contrary, my elder sister, she is reading the Hindi, nope, the English newspaper, the National English newspaper. And in the finally morning time, she catches up on reading the Hindi newspaper, the local one. On the contrary, in the night time, she reads the English one, as she is fond of reading the English newspaper, especially at the night time. And very firstly, she is habitual of reading the English newspaper in the night time, and so it's according to her routine. And in addition to today in the evening time, I was unable to do the live streaming due to my sisters. My younger sister, she was catching up on academics over there in the upstairs room, and so even I could speak English in the next room of that room where she was catching up on academics, but in vain, as I thought that she would get disturbed from me. Okay, let it be. And even today, I just decided, with a stroke of genius, I decided to just do the live streaming in the washroom, as the background that was fascinating one, the tiles they too were fascinating one, and even they too were eye-catching one. So I thought that it would be a good activity to do the live streaming over there. As one day I used to make a video in the kitchen, and due to the background, especially due to the background, the best background, and you know what, the moment when I used to make a video in the washroom, so then I caught sight at the light arrangement over there, that was too obnoxious one, malicious one, malignant one, tragic and terrible one. So then I decided to just change the place, and then I thought that it would be better to speak English over here. Even, you know what, this stat of mine, this is long one, and so I couldn't place this one over there in the washroom. And especially according to me, the thing was that the place of the washroom, that is neither large one nor small one, that is the medium one, in addition to the place of the room, that is large one. And so I just feel comfortable in the room as compared to the washroom. And in addition to, I have never spoken English in the washroom, and so in addition to, I thought that I would feel uncomfortable while speaking English in the washroom, and especially while doing the live streaming. And then I thought that what if someone would try to just accompany me, join me during the live streaming time. And so then I felt afraid. Let it be. And very firstly, let me familiarize you with the topics. Okay, the spelling mistakes. You know what? Here is a tuition teacher, and she teaches to the children up to the 8th grade. And even she claims this that she has been having a well-versed knowledge or even a solid foundation over academics. And she claims this, that the children who tries to change the coaching and even change the coaching as well, so after changing the coaching, they just feel unsatisfied and uncontented, and so thereafter they switch over to go up to her for catching up on academics and for clarifying their own concepts and the doubts of the academics. That's the fact. And in addition to, according to me, you know what, she doesn't know anything regarding academics. As a matter of fact, you know what, some of the teachers, even she too doesn't know the spelling of dictation and even the spelling of beautiful. And so according to me, there are some teachers who are illiterate and they claims that they are literate, and thereby they just teaches the children, and thereby they ruin their future, their career and their education qualification as well. And in addition to, according to me, the teachers, they should know they should know about each and every subject. They should know about grammar, tenses, and in addition to, all the teachers, they should know well versed about how to speak English, as English, that is the international language. And furthermore, you know what, as a matter of fact, nowadays the teachers, they don't even know regarding subjects, regarding concepts, and even they teach nothing to the children, and thereby they just ruin the career of the children. Very firstly, I'm not talking about those teachers who are experienced one, well literate one, and even who are having a solid foundation, a good command over subjects, and even over the concepts of the subjects. I'm just talking about those people, especially those teachers who are quite much illiterate, and in addition to, who have been ruining the career, even the future of the school going children by teaching them in the school or in the coaching center. Okay, let it be, it has been happening in India especially. That's the fact. And even my second topic, that is about the World Water Day. As we know well versed that water, that is essential for all of us. Let me have some water, let me quench my thirst. You know what, as a matter of fact, according to me, the thing is that we use water for each and everything. We use water for quenching our thirst. Even we use water for just washing the tires, washing the dishes, the utensils, and even we use water for wiping the floor. Even we use water for cooking the food. Even according to me, water, that is quite much essential and crucial and significant, and using of water, that is unavoidable one. And furthermore, you know what, the thing is that today is World Water Day, and so I just want to aware the people of the fact that water, that is essential for all of us, and since that is the essential thing, so we shouldn't try to ruin and waste the water by just according to me, by just catching upon the obnoxious activities, and especially obnoxious activities, like according to me, the thing is that according to the fact, according to the research fact, the thing is that some people, they just switch over to use more and more water for the useless activities, and for the purposeless and meaningless activities as well. And even some people, they just switch over, according to me, they just switch over to use the double amounted water or the triple amounted water for taking a lovely bath. And in addition to, according to me, if one person is needing merely one bucket water to take a lovely bath, so according to me, that same person should try the level best to merely take a bath with the help. Why don't government intervene in these types of matter? Okay, that's the fact. Yeah. According to me, the government should try the level best to take some of the initiatives, to take some of the steps to aware the people, especially to aware the rural areas people and slums areas people, to just save the water. And especially people, they shouldn't try the level best to just ruin the water by just sprinkling the water or throwing straight away the water on the road. In addition to, some people, according to me, they just try the level best to just throw the water on their buses on the regular basis for washing the buses. According to me, washing the buses, that is mandatory, but that is not mandatory on the regular basis. One should try to do this activity for the for one day of a month, or for, according to me, or for some days, and but not regular, but not consistently. That's the fact. And furthermore, you know what, according to me, as a matter of fact, the people of India, they are illiterate. 90% of the people of India, they are illiterate, and so they don't even know about the best usage of water. And they just vitiate and ravage the water by catching upon the useless things. Very firstly, useless things, exactly. Okay, useless things and even futile things and restful things. Let me familiarize you with that one firstly. The useless thing like this, that one of my neighbors, on the regular basis, he just switches over to just give a lovely bath to his animals. And even according to me, giving the bath to the animals, that is compulsory. But according to me, one should try to make sure that the water, that should be the minimum one. Even the water for giving the lovely bath to the animals, that should be not more than one bucket. And furthermore, some of the people, they just switch over to wash out their cars on the regular basis. That is not compulsory according to me. And if the car is, according to me, if the car is stained by some of the things, according to me, if the car is stained due to food, due to due to the falling of the food, the dropping of the food, or due to mud, due to just driving the car in the muddy area, or due to any accident, so one should try to wash the car, but with the use of the minimum water. And the water, that shouldn't be more than one bucket. And the size of one bucket, that should be the normal one, the mundane one, the nondescript one. And even I know well versed that some people, they just switch over, and even they prefer to wash the car with the use of the water, and the water that uses to be fully composed of the large bucket, one large bucket, and even more than this. That is wrong one. Okay. And in addition to, the thing is that one should try to take bath on the regular basis, and with the use of the minimum water. And especially, let me familiarize you with something else which is related to me. I just don't try to take a lovely bath in the winter season, as I just feel afraid of the cold water. And so I just take bath especially once in a week, and especially every Sunday, or sometimes every Monday. This happens as I just feel completely scared of especially going to the washroom. That's the fact. And furthermore, now let me relate something regarding how to save water, the initiatives of how to save the water. Very firstly, water, that is the essential thing. And so, as a matter of fact, you know what, there are some of the villages and some of the towns and some of the slums areas where people, they don't have enough water quench their thirst, or even to wash the dishes, the utensils, or to wash the attires, the robes. So according to me, they know well versed the significance of water. And so according to me, we should all know about the significance of water, as without water, the life that seems purposeless and meaningless. That's the fact. And furthermore, you know what, the slums areas people, they just switch over to take the initiatives for saving the water. And how they take initiatives, very firstly, according to me, they just use the minimum amount of water for giving bath to their animals, and even for cooking the food. And even they just drink the enough amounted water. I know well versed that the people, they know well versed about the uses of water, and especially the benefits of water for our own body, the wells, the pros of water for our own body. And so due to which people, they just switch over to have more and more water, 5 liter or 6 liter water per day, really. And so due to which, you know what, more water is consumed by the people, and more water have been consuming by the people, more water has been consuming by the people, as water, that is according to me, that is singular. And so has been, that is mandatory. Okay. In addition to, one should try to have the enough amounted water for for quenching the thirst, and for the proper body functions as well. In addition to, there are some of the side effects of the water for our own body. The very first one is that the digestive system that gets adversely affected if one tries to have the more amounted water. Okay, okay, very firstly, what I was speaking earlier, let me recall that one. Okay, I was just relating about the water. Okay, you know what? Having more and more amount of water that can adversely affect our nervous system, even our lungs, our digestive system as well. And in addition to, according to me, our stomach would react in a different manner. And furthermore, as a matter of fact, the thing is that having more amounted water can adversely affect our sleeping time, our sleeping duration, and we would feel restlessness. And in addition to, according to me, the thing is that we should try to have merely one, nope, nope, not one, up to 2 liter water per day. Okay, and even according to a research, I got to know that we should try to have 8 glasses water per day. And even I'm having one of the utensils in which I just place the water, into which I place the water. Very firstly, some people they got unaware about the differences between in and into. In that meant that something that is already inside something. It meant that my water that is already in this bottle, and even I am already in the room. Okay, I am in the room. In addition to, or on the other hand, you know what, into that meant placing something into something. For instance, placing water into the bottle, or getting inside the room. Very firstly, for instance, I'm outside the same room, and so the room for getting inside the room, I should use into. Okay, as the transfer of the place that has been taking place, okay, from one room to the another room. That's the fact. And in addition to, you know what, the thing is that the people they don't even know about the differences of sizable and numerous and considerable things. That's the fact. Even as a matter of fact, one thing that has been containing different sorts of meanings, and so due to which people they just feels uneasy to get to know about the differences between the things. Okay, very firstly, the word named value, it has been having sizable and innumerable meanings. People generally live in their own fantasy. Okay, and even according to me, the very first thing is that live. Nope, not live. Value. Okay, value. Value, that meant what is the value of the ring, or what is the value of this bracelet. Value, it also meant cost. On the contrary, volume. Value, that also meant what is the value of our relationship, what is the value of our friendship. Okay, value, that also meant that according to me, I knew earlier about that. Okay, value, let it be. Earlier I knew three things regarding value. The very first one was related to cost, second related to friendship, and third related to something else. I got to know about this by reading one of the economic books of grade 12th. Okay, let it be. And in addition to, let me familiarize you with my third topic, which named plastic. Should plastics be banned? According to me, people they just take the plastics from the shops. Whether they are needing the plastics or not, they just switch over to take the plastic bags from the shops. And after taking the plastic bags, what they switch over to do? They just prefer to burn the plastics and thereby create the air pollution. Thereby enhance air pollution, uplift air pollution, enhance and intensify air pollution up to a great extent, really. And furthermore, as a matter of fact, you know what? The thing is that one shouldn't try to create air pollution, as thereby one is just posing the asthma related problems to others. And over 90% people of the world, they have been afflicted with asthma related problem. So due to which they are unable to inhale the oxygen. And if they are unable to inhale the oxygen, so what it meant completely? It meant completely that they would be no more. And so, for saving the lives of the people, for retaining the people, one shouldn't try to pose air pollution. And according to me, plastics pose more and more amount of air pollution. And in addition to, as a matter of fact, people they have been getting more and more fond of just buying the plastics from the market, and especially in the form of plastic bags or in the form of plastic polythenes. And after that they just switch over to burn that one. This is the wrong task. Even some people they just switch over to burn the parali. Okay. And moreover, even some of the animals like cows and buffaloes, they prefer to have the plastic bags to feed themselves, and even to work off the clutches of the hungerness, starvingness, famishedness. Okay. And especially people, they are becoming quite much greedy and arrogant one, and so they have not been giving food to the animals, and so due to which the animals they just prefer to have the plastics bag for feeding themselves. That's the fact. Furthermore, you know what, banning the plastics, that would be quite much good, as according to me no one would try to just burn the plastics. And in addition to, instead of using plastic bags, one should try to use the paper bags. And furthermore, you know what, this is kind of like an art, making the paper bags with the use of the chart paper or with the use of the different sorts of papers. But according to me, for this, deforestation would turn mandatory one. So cutting down of trees, that should unavoided. I'm going to say cutting down of trees, that should be avoided completely. Really. In addition to, you know what? If one is just trying to cut the trees, so what it meant? It meant completely that that one would be getting less amount of oxygen. And even, you know what, the trees are quite much helpful for just retaining the amount of, nope, for just declining. Trees are quite much helpful for declining and reducing the amount of air pollution. And okay, and in addition to, trees have been just trying the level best to just declining the amount of air pollution and thereby giving life to the people, really. And as a matter of fact, you know what, air pollution, that is quite much harmful for our skin, really. That can lead to the pimples and acne on our faces, even the skin cancer, that too can be posed by the air pollution, that too can be created by the air pollution. And furthermore, you know what, our lungs and kidney would not work in the quite good manner if they would come in contact with the air pollution. Even according to me, our throat, that would turn the obnoxious one, that would not work efficiently and effectively if that would come in the contact of air pollution. That's the fact. Okay, this is the very first time in which I'm having according to me, I'm having a follower really. Especially I'm having one who has been watching out my video for over time. Really, nobody tries to watch out my video. Nobody likes me, really. Nobody adores me, and so nobody tries to watch out my video. Especially nobody tries to watch out the full video. That's the fact. Even the people who just prefer to listen to the English podcasters, they even ignore me. Really. Okay. And furthermore, the people, they just merely switch over to watch out my video for up to 2 minutes. Okay, very firstly, let me just give you a fact how I learned English. Okay, very firstly, in the olden days, I used to just listen to the English podcasters. What is podcasters? Podcasters, that meant a video which has been containing no face, but that has been containing a voice of a person. Furthermore, podcasters that meant completely that a person would explain something and his or her face would not come before the camera or on the camera. That's the fact. Okay, in addition to in the olden days, I used to watch out the Hindi as well as English videos for learning English. And you know what? I used to just try my level best to learn English within 6 months, but in vain. And initially, I just got demotivated. And from one of the videos, I learned this that recording the videos for learning English that would be crucial one for learning English, and that would be helpful one as well. And so I used to record the videos. Even I used to just record my voices as well for learning English. And then I used to listen to my voices, and then I used to just ask my elder sister for listening to my own voice. But she related this. She remarked at me that your voice that is good, but your level of speaking English that is just like a child, a brood. Brood meant child. BROOD. It means child, a little one. Okay? A little child. And even she remarked this that whatever I used to speak, that used to be obnoxious one, malicious one, and even that used to be quite much, according to me, terrible one as well, malignant one as well. And then I used to stop and cease speaking English. Obnoxious mean unpleasant. Okay, and obnoxious means unpleasant. It meant a thing which is not good. Okay. In addition to, when she used to remark at me, when she used to poke fun at me, it meant that when she used to mock at me. So I ceased. I completely stopped speaking English. And then one day I watched out one of the English videos, and from which I got to know that speaking English up to merely 20 minutes that can be helpful, and that can help one for speaking English. And so I used to speak English for up to 2 minutes. As I was a beginner, I was a commencer, I didn't know about the English. I didn't know what was the use of was and were when I was in 10th grade, really. I didn't know what was the use of is, are, am, I, and so on. And furthermore, so at once I used to speak English on the topics named fruits, vegetables, bed sheet, pillow, water bottle, and I used to introduce myself as well. I used to express my views over myself, and thereby I used to speak English for up to 2 minutes or even for up to 5 minutes, and then gradually I used to increase the time. Then I used to speak English for 10 minutes or for 15 minutes or for 20 minutes or for 25 minutes, and really at one day I used to speak English for a couple of hours consistently. Really, consistently means continuously, means without stopping. Really, prolonged period of time, that meant overtime. Overtime meant for more time, more and more time. Okay. And really, according to me, for learning English, what one is needing, one should try to catch up on reading books. One should try to read more and more English books. One should try to talk to others in English. And if one is feeling uneasy while talking in English to others or with others, so one should try to just talk to himself or herself. And in addition to, one should try to go to the roof, to the terrace, and there one should try to speak English alone. One should try to just speak English aloud so as to just improve the pronunciation, improve the accents as well. Even one should try to speak English fluently without discovering errors at the earliest when one is a beginner. According to me, one should try to speak as much as English as one can. Okay? If you are able to speak English for 5 minutes, so you should speak English really. And in addition to, the more you would speak English, the more you would tend to enable to learn more and more and fast English as well. And in addition to, As a matter of fact, you know what? The thing is that listening skills are helpful for the children, for the little ones, as their listening power is quite much more as compared to the youths, the adults as well. And so according to me, for me, listening skills are useless, as my listening power that is not as good as the little ones, the little children. And so reading books that would be helpful, especially reading aloud, as our subconscious mind that would just store each and everything, and thereby the words, the accents, the vocabulary would come to us normally, naturally, and the English would become the mother tongue, really. And even reading English books, that is mandatory, that is compulsory. Second, speaking. One should try to catch up on these two activities on the regular basis. Even if you are unable to speak English, so very firstly, you should speak English for up to 1 minute on the regular basis. Then increase the time gradually, increase the time, then speak for 2 minutes, then for three, then four, then 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, then 10 minutes, then finally for 1 hour completely. Really, that's the fact. And you are not needing any mentor, any teacher, any tutor. You are not needing grammar. I myself don't know about grammar, really. I don't know about prepositions, idioms, phrases. I just read the English books, and I read English books on the regular basis, and for over 1 year I have been reading English books, really. And in addition to, the thing is that according to me, as a matter of fact, if you are able to understand me, then according to me, you can speak English. And furthermore, at once you should try to speak English on fruits for 1 minute. Then you should try to speak English on vegetables. The next day, you should try to speak English on vegetables for 2 minutes, and then for 3 minutes, and thereby you can increase the time. But if you are a beginner meant beginner meant completely that if you don't know about anything, you just know well versed about ABCD. So at least you should try to speak English for 1 minute or for some seconds for a day. And you should try to speak English on the regular basis without skipping a day. If you would try to skip a day, so it meant completely that you are deceiving yourself. You are just trying to decline your level of English, and it meant completely that you are not focusing on learning English. Your main goal is not learning English. That's the fact. If you are quite much fond of learning English, if you really want to learn English, so you should try to give your some moments to English. You should try to spend some of your time on English, on speaking English. And then one day you would be a good English orator, really. And there are some levels of speaking English: A1, A2, B1, B2, C1. And especially C1 is the advanced level, the foreigners. According to me, the US people, even the England people, they speak the C1 level. And I don't know about the phrases of C1 level. I just speak English of the intermediate level. A1 and A2 levels are for the beginners, B1 and B2 for the intermediate, and C1 and C2 for the advanced English orators. And now I am the intermediate English orator. Orator, that means speaker. Okay. And even if you are unable to understand the meanings of the chapters of your book, or of the stories, or of the English essays, or something whatever you read, okay, so according to me, you should not try to look for the meanings, as sizable, innumerable, and more words would come in your driveway, in your path, in your track of reading English. So according to me, you should try to look for the meanings of those words. You should try to explore and find the meaning of those words which would take place or which would come again and again. Okay, according to me, learning the meanings of more and more words, that would be a tedious thing. As a matter of fact, the thing is that learning the meanings of 100 words or over 100 words, that would be a gigantic task, a difficult task, a herculean, adverse, gigantic, formidable, fearful. It means difficult. Okay. ILZL, it meant that a task which is beyond of your level of doing. It meant a task which you can't do. Okay. like maths, that is itself my ILG to catch up on or to solve the questions. This is an example, an instance, okay? Instance that meant example. Mammoth. What mammoth? I don't know the meaning of mammoth, as I have heard this word at the very first time. I've read this word at the very first time, especially, not heard. And especially heard by my own mouth. Okay, as I used to speak. And in addition to, you should subscribe my channel if you really want to learn English. I upload videos about English on the regular basis. Every time I speak in English, and I just try my level best to speak merely in English. And even I upload some of the shots, the fascinating one, amazing one. Okay. And it seems that you have explored my channel at the very first time. Explored meant find. Okay, let it be. And in addition to, according to me, I already did. Oh, you explored earlier. What is mammoth? Tell me. What is mammoth? I don't know about mammoth. I got unaware about that. Nope, I had earlier too. Okay. Okay, very firstly, the thing is that according to me, earlier when I used to read English, so I used to big task. Mammoth meant big task. Okay, not a big task. Reading English book, that is not a big task. Really, you should make this one as your habit. I'm quite much fond of reading English books, but earlier I used to feel detest with reading. I used to dislike reading English books earlier. You are pronouncing it wrong. What? Big task? Mammoth? Or what? Okay. Very firstly, I know well versed that I'm not having a solid foundation over pronunciation. As I learnt English by myself with the help of my own efforts, I took help from none tutor, none mentor. Even I know nothing regarding grammar. So this is my error. Sorry, my bad for that one. My bad, that meant sorry. Okay. Okay, and in addition to, you know what? Okay, you have gone? No. In addition to, if you would go, then I would stop the live streaming, as according to me, no one would come. No one would try to come, and so then I would feel demotivated. Okay. Thing I wanna ask. Okay, then ask me. Okay. Very firstly, he has gone. He or she has gone, especially he, according to me. Okay. According to me, the thing is that when I used to read English in the olden days, so I used to explore sizable and innumerable words, the unfamiliar words. And so, what I used to do, I used to just mark those words, then I used to learn the meanings of those words, and then I didn't try to use the words. So, since I didn't try to use the words, so I just forgot the meanings of the words and how to use the words as well. And then I used to feel unfamiliar with the words. And so I highly recommend this, that one shouldn't try to look for the meanings of each and every word. One should try to look for and even to find the meanings of those words which comes again and again. Even I got to know about this trick from one of the English orators while I was watching out the Cambly conversation. Okay, Cambly app, this is an app which has been having the conversations of the Indian people with the English speakers, or even the conversation of the English speakers with the non English speakers, or with those people who have been belonging to the non speaking country. Okay, and who are you? Just tell me about this. Tell me your name, tell me about yourself, and even tell me about your qualification and in which grade you are, in which class you are studying right away. I just want to know as it excites curiosity. Curiosity that meant eagerness. Eagerness to know something regarding something or regarding someone or regarding some activity. Okay? You can comment me on any of my videos. Okay? And even here are over 179 videos. You can comment me on any video, and I have already turned on the notifications. The way in which country are running now, I guess it will be turmoil in upcoming war. What? The messages that used to disappear earlier, and in addition to, I was unable to read the entire message. Okay, are you from US? But you are learning English, and US, that is already the speaking country, the English speaking country, where the people they switch over to speak in English every time, all the time. Okay, you are from India, I know, and you are a boy, and you are studying in grade which is 7th. Am I right? Me India see who. Okay, मैं इंडिया से हूँ. Okay, you can ask me questions. I'm having no topic right away. Okay, then one topic is left, which is agarbatti, about the agarbatti. Okay, very firstly, here is an agarbatti which named Machhar Marwan, which kills the mosquitoes. आपने PCM क्यों ली? Nope, I didn't take. I took the commerce, and I am the topper of the commerce stream of grade 12th. Grade means class 12th. I was the topper of class 12th of commerce stream. Commerce, okay, commerce. I got 91 percentage, and just before the DVC school, there is my hoarding. Okay, there on the hoarding, there is my photo, the large, the long, and the lengthy one, the stately and the grand photo. Okay, very firstly, some people they are fond of using the mosquitoes, killing mosquitoes, agarbatti. And so, you know what? The fact is that मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा क्या लूँ, PCM या कॉमर्स. Okay, very firstly, you are in 10th. Okay, and very firstly, PCM, that is itself my IELTS. IELTS, that it meant that I can't catch up on PCM. Very firstly, you shouldn't try to take commerce. As I took the commerce and accounts, that is itself my IELTS. IELTS, it meant that I can't catch up on the questions of commerce, and especially accounts. You know what? Accounts, that is the hardest subject. And even according to me, with the help of any teacher, with the help of the blessings of your parents, or with the help of anything, you can't fetch at least 35 marks in accounts. That's the fact. But in the time when I used to take the accounts examination, so the time was the pandemic one, the coronavirus one, and so MCQs were asked. So I got good marks. And for other subjects, like for the economics and business studies, I knew already about the concepts, and so I scored good marks in those subjects. And in accounts, I was weak from the starting, really. And in addition to my teacher, he knew nothing regarding accounts. And so, since I was having no tutor and especially no best tutor, so I took the help of YouTube, but in vain, but to no avail, as the YouTube teachers, they too are like lol. Okay, some are lol, not others, not all. Okay, and so taking accounts, that would be obnoxious one, that would be not good. And PCM, you would be getting the thick books, really, like this one, and 2 to 3, not one. आपने कॉमर्स क्यों ली? Okay, very firstly, I wanted to take the arts from the KV school, Kendriya Vidyalaya. And then, you know what, the thing is that I wasn't getting the admission in the KV school, as more and more students wanted to take the admission over there. And so I was unable to take admission over there, as I got 75 percentage when I was in 10th. Okay, in 12th I got 91, but when I was in 10th I got 75, so I was unable to get admitted into KV. I was unable to get admission in the KV school. And so then I used to study in the IAC school, IAC one, and there were merely three subjects: PCB, PCM, and commerce. There was no subjects like arts. There was none subject like art really. So then I thought that PCB. Then I thought that I really don't want to become a doctor. Then why should I prefer PCB? Then I thought that maths. PCM. I thought that the books they would be the lengthy one, the thick one. So then I didn't try to take maths. Then I felt commerce. I thought that commerce would be easiest one. So I took the commerce. But please don't try to take commerce really. It's my request to you, as I used to weep bitterly. I used to cry quite much due to accounts. You know what? Commerce and business studies. These two subjects are easy. English, Hindi, physical education I took. These all subjects are easiest one. Really. I got 95, 92 marks in all these subjects, and so my percentage that used to increase. In addition to, I got 48 marks in accounts, and I was just unable to pass. But really me commerce लेने जा रहा था, मैंने बुक भी ले ली. What idiot. Don't try to take that one really. You know what? I got 95, 92, 93 marks in all the subjects, but in accounts I got 48 marks, and 48 due to MCQs. Really. If the MCQ paper would had not come, so I would have get failed in accounts. In all the other subjects I got 92, 95, 98, but in accounts I got just 48, and with the help of MCQs. And then in the second term examination I was just requiring to put down the examination in the descriptive way. It meant I was just requiring to give the answers of each and every question, and I did nothing in the examination. I got 2 to 3 marks out of 50 in the second semester examination. As for the first semester examination, the paper that was conducted for 50 marks, and the total that was 101. Okay, 50 from the first semester and 50 from the second semester in the year 2022. Okay, and it so happened with you as nope. When I was in grade 12, so it meant that you was in grade 9th. Okay, it meant completely that you are younger than me, but I won't earn in billion. Billion marks. Okay, so you wanna PCM लेकर ज़्यादा नहीं कमा पाऊंगा. Okay, earning. You can earn really. You can become an engineer, and even by taking PCB, you can become a doctor. But according to me, with the help of this, with the help of commerce, you can merely catch up on business, or you can become CA. According to me, with the help of PCM, you can take the NDA examination. You can become an army officer. Really, my dad, he is in army. And my younger sister, she just wanna become an army officer. My elder sister, she wanna become an IAS officer. So, with the help of PCM, according to me, you can become engineer, pilot, army officer, even IAS officer. Even with the help of PCM, according to me, you can take the railway examinations, the bank examinations, and with the help of PCM, according to me, the thing is that you can catch up on any job. But there would be some limitations if you would try to take commerce. So please, you can take arts. I prefer this, as you can take the IAS examination. The UPSC one, you can become the IAS officer. What, Didi? I need ice cream. Didi, what you will do in future, businessman? What? I just need ice from the fridge. Please open the door for a moment. Color. Cold room. Live room. Don't disturb me. ले लो. Okay. कलर नहीं. आइस चाहिए थी. She wanted ice. Okay, you can ask me questions. Okay, you asked me businessman. I don't want to do business as I'm not interested in doing the business, really. And even business that is containing risk as well as profit. So, risk that too can take place. You must be sure. Okay, one must be careful about doing the business. That's the fact. Even the leakage of the products, that too can take place. Even the, according to me, the packaging of the products, that too can get spoiled. So one should be careful about the business. And for becoming CA, the examination that would be the toughest one, like the UPSC one, UPCSC one. That's the fact. And so I don't want to become CA as well. Okay, just ask me questions. I'm having more data. 288 MB. But the last day, according to me, last day 500 something data that was left. And even some days ago, my 700 or 800 MB that was left, 800 MB, approx 1 GB, which is 19 rupees, which is of 19 rupees right away. Uttarakhand. Okay, Ezio Gaming. Is this your channel, Ezio Gaming, or this is the name of your email ID? Ezio Gaming. EZIO Gaming. Oh, why you are using the email ID of your friend? Why? Okay, are you a boy or girl? Boy, 100%. You can tell me. According to me, 100% males, they watch out my channel. Really. And 0% males. I'm going to say 0% females watch out my channel. 0% females and 100% males. Study purpose. Oh. Wow, what a friend. He's sharing his email ID with you as well as password. Wow, I can't share. As according to me, you know what, email ID that is crucial, important one, as disclosing means opening the email ID or sharing email ID with someone, that is the wrong task, as with the help of one's personal details would be opened. That's the fact. So one shouldn't try to open and even disclose the personal things. ओके दीदी, मैंने चुपके उसकी चैट पढ़ी थी. ही इज़ रियली अ प्ले बॉय. चैट पढ़ी थी. विच चैट यू रेड? Okay.